everyone, and welcome back to another hardcore video. One of my goals with this world is to build scattered outposts that each have something unique to offer to encourage me to actually go someplace other than my base. So today we are going to embark on that journey by building an outpost in the Birch Forest, aka the location of my XP farm. So if that sounds exciting to you, then be sure to like and subscribe, and let's go ahead and jump right in. We're going to need a lot of wood for this outpost that I have planned, so it would probably be pretty helpful to get some enchants on our diamond axe. So let's try to get up to level 30 or maybe like 33 or something, and then we can get some enchants on it. So you can find me here for the next little bit, getting rid of zombies. Let's see what we can get here. I'm breaking 3. Actually, that's kind of what I was looking for. Efficiency would be nice, but I'm breaking... Oh, perfect! That is a very good starter diamond axe. We'll probably have to heal it later, but that's okay. I thought it could be really cool with all of our outposts to kind of have a different block palette. And since this one is going to be in the Birch Forest, I want to focus on kind of a birchy and oaky block palette. So I am on my way to a forest so that I can collect lots of wood. I figured it would be easier just to deforest the forest than to plant all of the trees individually. Growing giant spruce trees is one thing, but individual oak and birch trees just takes way too long. This valley over here kind of goes into a small plains, so maybe we just extend that plains a little bit and start to deforest this section. This new axe is going to make this a breeze, so let's get to chopping, shall we? Along with the wood, I gathered all of the materials that we're going to need for this outpost, and the very first thing that we are going to start with is the tower that is going to cover up this monstrosity. And the tower is also going to be pretty much the center of the outpost, definitely at least the focus, so I figured that getting it in first would make sense. So let's start by towering up with some stripped oak logs. This tower has to be very, very tall because this tube is very, very tall. The pillars do kind of get in the way of the tube, and I didn't really come up with a plan of how I was going to go about that in creative. So we're just gonna have to figure out how to incorporate that into our design here in the hardcore world. But it'll be fine. We'll figure it out. Also, thank goodness for feather falling. That does it for the main supports of the build, and if you know anything about me and how I like to build, you know what we're going to start working on next. And of course, that is going to be the roof. I want this tower to kind of be a watchtower, and since the bulk of the tower has to be mostly solid to hide the tube, we're going to have this open part up at the top, which gives us something that looks kind of like this. These spruce blocks are temporary. I will get rid of those in a second, and all of this will make sense in a moment. Right now it just looks like a bunch of rectangles and squares, but honestly I love myself a good rectangle and square. There's nothing wrong with that. But let me focus and get this roof in, and then we'll move on to other parts of the build. Can you see the vision now? Isn't this tower already looking so good? Now we just need to get the walls in, which I'm going to be doing with birch wood. We'll have kind of patches of birch planks, but then the majority of it will be stripped birch logs. On this side of the build, with the tube sticking out, I am going to incorporate a kind of ladder design so that we're actually able to get up this thing. Because as it stands right now, the function of the tower is just to cover the tube, so it doesn't really have an interior or anything. Oh my gosh, why was that literally so loud? I think that was the sound of a zombie turning into a drowned. Oh, okay. What happened here? I'm thinking we stop the zombies from spawning and then we get in here and try to fix this thing. We have made ourselves a little drown farm though, so that's kind of cool. Not that I need that. Oh, this is why the pale oak sign got taken off whenever I was changing the tube. Interesting. That being said, I don't think that these are all water sources, so hopefully if we place this sign here, yes, it should just completely get rid of the water. Then we can turn the farm back on and everything should be working just fine. That was a super easy fix. Anyways, back to this wall. This tower may be even taller than the enchanting tower over at the base. It is huge. I don't even know if I've ever built something this tall before, but the very last thing this tower needs is a little bit of details. Details have been added to the tower and it's more or less complete. I don't quite have enough leather to make enough lecterns for this railing around, but otherwise it is complete. And we also get the coolest view of our base from here. Let me turn up my render distance just a little bit. See, isn't that view just so cool? I love that we can see our base from the tower and we can also see the tower from our base. I'll show you all in a little bit. It looks so cool. Anyways, we can go ahead and start working on the next build for this outpost. Of course, we're going to need a house, so I figured that could be the next thing we're going to build. And I did clear off this little area and kind of flatten the land so that we're able to place the house. Oh my goodness, and it's literally raining again. Anyways, this house will of course hold the cleric villager. That is kind of the whole reason that I'm building this outpost in the first place, so that we have a place for a cleric villager. And obviously the tube needed to be covered up as well. But once we get the house in, I'm going to go over to a villager and we're going to get our very first villager of the world. Just like with our tower, we will have a mossy roof. Honestly, what did I even do in Minecraft before moss came? I have no idea because I use it all the time. Also, a moss farm is coming very, very soon because I've had to go deep in the caves to get moss and it's just so inconvenient. I'm just getting to the point in my world where I'm just going to need more and more farms in order to build cool things. So yes, we could just have a normal build like this, add some walls, and it could be finished. But I think I want to add a mini tower on top to kind of mimic this tower. Of course, copying the same roof design over on the baby tower. And you guess it, we're adding even more moss. If you didn't guess it, I don't really know what to tell you. Doesn't this just make the build so much more fun? Oh my goodness, wait, we literally have pillagers. And they're so close too. Like, get out of my space. Also, yes, I messed up the walls. Let's try this again. Oh my gosh, they keep on just getting closer and closer. I'm gonna have to kill them. There's no way. All right, let's do this thing. Oh, I don't have my shield. That was me trying to do my shield. Weeble remembered the Battle of the Birch. Well, now I can build in peace. So now we have ourselves a completed house and also, of course, the tower. And there is a lot more that I want to do with this space because it's not quite complete yet, but I want to take a break with building and get a villager. I'm going to craft a boat and then bring a stone cutter so that I can transport him a little bit easier. But let's be honest, transporting villagers is never easy. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that there's a villager way over this way. This is going to be so fun transporting him back. It's going to take so long. Oh my gosh. Why is there a baby zombie just like in the middle of nowhere? Okay. Now I'm burning. That is why I keep my shield in the hotbar. You just never know what's gonna happen. And sure, I could hold it in my offhand, but I don't like how much screen it covers up. So, you know, we're just gonna put it in the hotbar. Maybe that will be the death of me. Who knows? We have arrived to the village. And let's see what little villager we can snag. We have a bunch right here. I do kind of also need to find a brewing stand because I haven't found a fortress yet. And I don't really want to find a fortress. So if I could find a brewing stand here, that would be amazing. If not, honestly, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Ooh, 2 saddles. Wait, that's so cool. Oh yeah, and I wanted to take this bell as well because I want to put it on that little house that I built, you know? I do not think that there's a brewing stand here. We're going to need a brewing stand. The whole reason I wanted to get a villager is so that I can make a cleric villager. And if we don't have a brewing stand, we don't have a cleric. So I guess with that being said, we're going to go on a little adventure and see if we can find any more villages and perhaps a brewing stand. I really don't want to have to go to the Nether if I can help it. And let alone find a fortress in the Nether. Absolutely not. Though we did find ourselves a saddle, so we can actually get a little horsey friend maybe. Ooh, are you good? I feel like you're not that good. Let's try again. Are you good? Oh, I think this is much better. We'll choose this horse. And of course, we immediately get some water. I guess I'll take the saddle back and then we'll go on a boat ride. Oh my gosh, the village is right here. Oh, and there will definitely be a brewing stand because I'm pretty sure there's one in there. How exciting. Though I definitely will not bring a villager from here over to my base. It's too far away. Absolutely not. I'm so tempted to take all of this and I think I'm going to. I need more lecterns. Oh my gosh, so much bread. Yay, thank goodness this was here. Now back I go to village number 1 to fetch a villager. Oh, whoa! There's a little outpost too. Wait. This would be the perfect raid village, don't you think? I think I'll figure out a way to make a very safe raid farm so that I don't die, but I can still get totems of undying. Let me know, should I get on that totem grind soon? Or do you think I should wait? I don't know. I don't know what I'm waiting on though. I just don't want to accidentally die by getting a totem. Anyways, let's head back to that village. I don't want to talk about how long it took me to get to this village. I got a little lost, made a couple of wrong turns, but we've made it, so all is well. And I guess this will be our lucky villager. You know, this really isn't that bad. It only gets bad whenever they try to go back home or whatever, and it's not work hours. But whenever they do want to accept a job, it's not that bad. We're doing it. This thing is happening. It is very tedious, but also, have you tried to move pandas before? I would rather move a villager over a panda any day. This is what I'm talking about. See, like, what is he gonna do? Go up that mountain? Hello? Okay, he's in the boat. All is well, and now we pretty much just have to wait until the sun sets. I think that there's a little window of time that he could accept some more jobs, but I think I'm just gonna wait here. Technically, it's social hour, so he's trying to socialize with his friend, but for now, I am your only friend. So you're just going to have to socialize with me. Good morning. Let's continue this. Okay. There's just a zombie that came out of nowhere trying to kill my villager? Absolutely not. Don't worry, buddy. I got you. You will not die today. The villager keeps on getting stuck on these moss carpets. Like, come on. I think they need a pathfinding update or something. I don't know. Anyways, we have made it and he is going to live in this house. Though I do believe it is social hour, so he's just gonna kind of like wander around. So we'll put him in the boat for now. I'm even nice enough to give him a bed. I know. Now that he's all set in his brand new home, let's kind of fix up the interior just a little bit. We'll place a crafting table in the floor, and we'll need a little lantern as well. We are going to be trading this villager rotten flesh, of course, so maybe we can make a little shelf so that we can store some extra rotten flesh. It's cute, it works. And then he even gets a little chair and table. How cute. And we'll give him a flower as well. I don't know about you, but this house is pretty cool and I'd love to spend the rest of my life here. Now for this bell, I was thinking that we could place it here. I just have a lantern there temporarily, but I always wanted to place a bell there. So we'll just switch it out. I rarely ever use bells. Honestly, I don't think I've ever really used a bell ever in a build. So look at it. Isn't it just so cute? I think it's perfect. The perfect little villager house. Anyways, with the villager in his house now, we need to finish up this outpost. So I was thinking about planting a little garden and then maybe having some kind of little work shed as well. Not entirely sure how I want to lay everything out, but we'll kind of just figure it out as we go. And then also, this little trapdoor entrance is just kind of in the middle of nowhere, so I would maybe like it to be in his house or something. It would be perfect if it was accessible through the tower, but if we go into free cam, oh yeah, there's just a zombie hanging out here, by the way. But if we were to make a way to go down here, we would be going down at this really awkward spot here, which I'm not really in love with. So instead, maybe we kind of build some kind of little hallway thing. I'm not entirely sure. We'll just figure it out. Oh, look, he's eating dinner. He's sitting at his little table. That's so cute. But let's get busy, shall we? I think this section to the right of the house is going to be the perfect location for a little garden. For a little barrier, I'm going to create it out of leaves and also moss, just so that we can kind of encase the farm in a little bit. Originally, I was going to do tough, have like a tough and pale mossy wall. It just didn't really match, didn't really fit the color palette with the rest of the builds around here. You know, maybe I should start trading this rotten flesh as I'm working around the outpost. And then also I went to grab some carrots so that we can plant a carrot farm. Hello, buddy. Eventually we will zombie carify him, but we just don't have the means to do that right now, so I'm not going to worry about it. Oh, I didn't think about that. Interesting. It's okay, we'll make it work. All right, let's get to planting, living our best farmer life. After planting the carrot field, I knew I wanted one more build in the outpost, so I decided to go for a barn kind of thing. I built it on a diagonal just to add a little bit more variety, and overall, even though that it's super simple, I think it made for a good addition to the outpost. Here at the entrance of the farm, I want to create a kind of archway and little sign thing. So we'll go up with fences. Create an arch with some spruce slabs. Remove this tree because it's in the way. And then I'm just going to connect some hanging signs all the way across. And I would love if you all would leave some name suggestions for this little outpost, because we could be like, welcome to whatever outpost. I don't know. I feel like I am so uncreative when it comes to naming things. That is the hardest part for me whenever I'm starting like a new Stardew Valley save or something like that. If it were up to me, it would be something like welcome to Birch Outpost or something incredibly boring like that. I do like having everything kind of enclosed in, so I think we'll continue that over here as well, so that nothing can get in here. We have this fence system, of course, the one behind the carrot farm, and then we'll go ahead and connect this over to the little stable barn kind of thing. Oh yeah, look at the tower from the base. Isn't that, oh, and you can even see the house. That is so cool. I love that we can see this little outpost here. This world is so cool. I'm so sorry, but these are like the best builds I've ever done, and it looks so cool. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but toot toot. Anyways, I figured I would grab some flowers so that we can kind of zhuzh up the base a little bit more, and then maybe some like coarse dirt and rooted dirt. Ooh, we also need to make a well. I can't forget about that. Also, this land back here is really awkward, but you know, let's just kind of ignore that for now. All right, let's spruce this place up a little bit. And the Birch Outpost is pretty much complete, though I do want to get some animals in here because we have this little field that I was imagining could be the perfect place for some animals to graze. And then of course this little barn thing. So maybe we can get some sheep and some pigs. I've definitely seen some pigs around. We'll bring the little pink piggy as well. I dyed this one back in episode 1, so he's just been kind of wandering around. Welcome home, little animals. I guess technically they will be able to get out, but I'm just gonna hope that they decide to not get out. Oh, okay. Already trampling the crops, but you can make a baby. That's fine. And with that, oh, okay. He literally already just escaped. I really don't want to just have like a flat wall here. I want it to be like cute, you know, but he apparently does not want to be with his family. That's for sure. Maybe I'll figure out something later, but for now, this place is mostly complete and I'm just gonna leave it. I've been working on this little outpost for the longest time, though I do have 5 more lecterns that I can place up here and I just need 5 more, it looks like. I added a little well, and obviously we have lots of variants of dirt around with grass and bushes and tons of little flowers. And I even did this little underground area as well. It's pretty simple. We're not really going to see it that often, but we just have little flower pots in the walls and like little water staircase things. I don't know. I just thought it added like a little bit of extra detail. And then we just go over here to slay some zombies. But this episode has been so much fun to record. This outpost is so cool and I'm so happy with how it turned out. Is he about to escape? I think we're fine for now. We have our cow friend for just a little bit longer. I'm thinking maybe we'll get into some redstone projects in next episode. I'm not sure. I'm still kind of planning everything. But if you haven't already, then definitely be sure to like and subscribe. I hope that you all have a lovely day and thank you so much for watching. Bye! Oh yeah, and don't forget to leave me some little name suggestions down below for the outpost. It could have something to do with the zombie or the villager or just literally whatever. I don't care. Anything better than Birch Outpost. Okay, bye! Oh my gosh. Thank goodness for feather falling. I thought I was crouched, by the way. Do we think I'm going to survive this? Let's try the bucket trick. Let's do that. Wow. Do you want to see my tower? Oh, ignore that. Do you like it? I love whenever I get dimensions wrong. Going on a boat ride. Oh, sorry. Okay. What is this villager doing? What do you mean? Why is he going into the forest fire? You're not even a stone cutter. What are you doing? And then he even gets a little table and chair with a flower. Oh, I can't do that. Interessant. Now we just need to add a path. And the Birch Outpost is complete. Other than the animals, I need animals.